with Kaila Mussell online with us. Hello.
Hello, Pepper. How are you?
We are doing good on a Monday night. What's going on?
Oh, just rain back home here.
What have you been up to? I think last time I talked to you, you were going cross country or something. What was that?
I was in Thailand for a little bit, so I had a little bit of rest and relaxation before the season started, and it was a really great experience because I've actually never really been out of North America.
What do you do in Thailand?
Have a good time.
Well, besides
There's
that,
lots,
you
there's
can't.
lots of beaches and sunshine. I think the 30 days I was there, it was sunshine all day, so that's something I really miss from being where I'm from. That's for sure.
Well, where's that?
I live in Chilliwack, British Columbia.
Aha. Not a lot of sun, not a lot of bright sunny beaches over there.
Yeah, lots of bright, sunny beaches. I rode an elephant when I was over there. I did some Muay Thai kickboxing, and yeah, I did a number of things. It was pretty cool.
Now the kickboxing sounds interesting. Now, did you just kind of do that for fun, or did you just jump in a tournament and take their money?
Well, it's actually something I would have liked to have gotten into if I had started a little bit earlier into fighting. I had trained for about 3 years back in, let me think now, probably back in 2010. And I was actually training to fight, but I had a couple girls back out. And then with rodeo and everything, I kind of got out of it. I use it a little bit just for training and stuff in the wintertime. It's really good for my reflexes and really good to stay in good physical fitness. So I really enjoy it.
Well, that'll work. I see what happened. You had them girls lined up. You said, yeah, I'm riding bucking horses. And they said, you know what? I don't want no part of that. You scared them off.
Yeah, they might have done a little bit of research on who I was and decided against it.
Yeah, they figured that out. So tell us about your bucking horse riding.
Well, what do you want to know?
Where's some of the big events that you've been in?
Some of the big ones, I've been to quite a few over the years. Nothing, probably the most big shows I went to was when I filmed my pro card, so that was back in 2003. So I went to a number of the major tour rodeos and whatnot. I can't even list them now. There's quite a few of them. Probably the two exceptions, the ones I really didn't go to was Cheyenne Frontier Days and Pendleton Roundup. Otherwise, I went to the majority of the big pro rodeos around the states in both Canada and the U.S. Since then, I've gone to a few pro rodeos here and there over the years, but I haven't really gone as hard as I did in 2003 when I first filmed my pro card. I still hold my pro status, and I do go to some pro rodeos, although the last 2 years I haven't. Mainly 2014 I broke my neck and I was out for a year, and then I started back last year and just was hitting amateur rodeos and whatnot just to get back into the groove and kind of get my confidence back. So I'm actually planning on hitting it harder this year and going to some more pro rodeos again and expanding it from what I've been in the last few years. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That is exciting, and then you've got to hit up some of those qualifiers for the American.
Yes, I know. I'm too slow this year once again. I was at this point here last year. Well, of course, last year this time I was just considering coming back riding. So, and then I kind of missed it this year. But definitely next year I would love to do that for sure.
Yeah, that right there that's something. I mean, that's something to see. I mean, even for those that are competing and those like to go to watch. I mean, that's just that's the ultimate rodeo right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was actually even looking to try to see if I could go to that last qualifier, and I'm like, nah, money, budget, and everything right now. I'm like, it's not happening this year, but there's still more years to come. As long as I stay healthy and everything, my mind's right, and I'm in a good place mentally for still, the passion's, kind of been revived since I've gone through my whole ordeal and everything, and I'm ready to kind of hit it hard again, so I'm pretty excited.
That's a good deal because like I say, get out there and get at it while you can, because I mean that's a big chunk of change to take home in one day.
Exactly.
So what else do you do? What else do you do when you're not riding broncs?
I have a couple of different jobs. I work construction. My brother's a contractor building custom homes, so I work for him doing some carpentry, and I also paint. And then I'm also a horse equine therapist. So I work on horses, and I'm also a personal trainer, and I do teach fitness classes. So between the three, I stay pretty busy, and they're flexible enough that I can take off for rodeos when I want to, and it works pretty well.
That does sound like it works pretty well. You got plenty of stuff going on to keep you busy and keep you in shape, and then hit the rodeo trail when you need to.
Yes, exactly.
So what's one of the goals? What's a goal you got set up for this coming up year, getting back to it, and what do you got set this year that you want to try to hit?
I actually am thinking about hitting more of the Canadian Pro Rodeos this year. My focus in the past has been to head south, but this year I think I actually want to try to qualify for the Canadian Finals Rodeo because I haven't done that before. So that's sort of my goal would be to hit the major Canadian Pro Rodeos. I'll still go to some across the line because I only live about 20 minutes from the border, but I would say if anything, that's going to be my start, and then maybe look at trying to hit the NFR or seeing how well the year goes. What my plan is as it progresses.
All right, and then what about? I just lost my train of thought.
It happens.
That happens. That's what it's all about when you're live. When you're live on.
I was worried it was going to happen to me, so I'm kind of happy it happened to you.
Oh, now I remember where I was going. That's what they ask. People always ask, "What's your?" I've had people ask me before, and they come on the show and they're, "Well, send me the list of questions." I said, "List of what questions?" I figure it out when I get there. I don't know. I don't have questions. I don't have a list of questions. But
you never. It seems like you never really go off the list, though. If you have a list, it always ends up going off somewhere else. So I don't really ever think a list keeps you that prepared.
We barely have it.
It's just more that I don't sound dumb while I'm talking. It's more of the deal, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we barely have an itinerary here. We don't even know what we're going for the show.
Yeah. we just have a general idea what we're going to talk about. That's about how it goes. Now, what I was going to get into was the clinics. You do some clinics and things throughout the year?
Yeah, I actually just started doing it, and I've been wanting to do it for a really long time, but it just so happens this fall, I guess it was in October, or last fall, I was asked by Brian Wallace, who has an organization, Bronc Riders of the United States, and he's been putting on schools now for a couple of years, and he's been wanting me to come out for a while, and it just worked out that I could come out last fall, and I absolutely love the teaching. So I actually have done 2 so far. I did one in October and one in November, and now we have one coming up in March, and it's going to be in Louisville, Texas, and that'll be the 27th and 28th, which is that's March 27th and 28th, and that's Sunday, Monday. So I'm super excited to be able to help out with that. I mean, I would say it's the closest thing I enjoy to bronc riding. Not quite the same, but I enjoy it just as much as bronc, pretty close to as much as bronc riding, just being able to help and give back to others, kind of what I've learned and my experience and everything. Because I really find that there was some, loopholes in the teachings I was given over the years, and you kind of compile everything you learned over the years. And it's just really neat to be able to give back and see progress in kids and get feedback that's positive and help and encourage them. Because rough stock riders, especially, saddle bronc and bareback riders, we're kind of a dying breed these days. So it's nice to be able to help out and sort of coax some kids along to sort of, becoming world champions. So it's really exciting for me to be able to do that.
And it's a good deal because, like you say, nobody wants to ride horse anymore. Everybody wants to be a bull getter honor. There's not many bull riders left. They're bull getter honors. They get on them. They ain't riding, but they get on them.
Well, there's those in the horse events as well, but it's true. It's true. There is a lot of those out there. So I know it's up here in the Northwest. We're dying out pretty hard for horse riders. So I actually been asked to do another school in Washington in probably April. We're just waiting to set on dates, and I'm right now currently looking at trying to put on a school in BC because even in British Columbia we haven't had a rodeo school for a very long time, like quite a few years. So it's just kind of time where I feel like I can give back and stuff. I've been at bronc riding for 15 years, but I've been at rodeo for longer than that, and I just kind of feel it makes me feel good to be able to, all my time spent all these years doing the sport I love to do, to be able to, to give back my knowledge and help out and stuff. So my plan is to be able to put on quite a few more. So things are just sort of in the works, but I'm pretty excited about what's happening with it right now.
And I think it'll be a good deal. I think that'll be good to get out there and get these kids schooled up on what they do. And the good thing about doing school on Monday is if you head out a little earlier, you run down to the studio and sit in here. Louisville's not that far. It's not that far. It's probably about an hour, I guess.
Yeah.
You're saying to go on the show again?
Well, yeah, why not?
You're
you're already here. You might as well come in here and sit in here and talk about nonsense.
Somebody going to come pick me up, though? I don't have wheels.
I'll text Travis while he's driving around. He'll find you.
We can manage.
I'm flying in. I'm not driving it.
He's got wheels. He drives around town.
Come pick me up, and I'll be on the show.
There you go.
We have chauffeur over here. We have a little chauffeur.
The chauffeur, yeah. Text Travis chauffeur service.
Okay, right on. I'm in.
All right. Now you said you're 15 years of rodeo. What other events did you compete in? Did you always saddle bronc, or did you do some other stuff too?
No. I actually started off as a barrel racer, and so I've been in rodeo longer than 15 years. This is like 15 years of me bronc riding off and on over the years. So I've been in rodeo since 1990. So we're looking at like 25 years or 26 years. Well, 25 years. And yeah, I started off as a barrel racer, and then I rode steers. So I was a junior steer rider. And then I got too old to do that, and I wanted to stay in the rough stock. And I actually wanted to ride bulls. I got on bulls for a little bit, and my family wasn't too thrilled about that. And then I got on some broncs for a little bit because my brother was wanting to learn how to ride too, and I kind of got a little taste of it. And then at the same time, I was trick riding, so I had a bunch of trick riding contracts. I trick rode at Calgary Stampede and Pacific National Exhibitions and big shows in Canada, and some pro rodeos. And then so I got busy with that, and I didn't really bronc ride. And then I quit trick riding in '99, retired, and I'm like, okay, now's the time. We're gonna get back bronc riding. I figure it's time. So that was 2000. So really been going pretty steady off and on since 2000. So, it's been a big challenge for me with saddle bronc riding. I've done a lot of different events over the years, sport-wise and, horse-related, and things have usually come pretty easy to me, and saddle bronc riding has been the most challenging, and I think that's my reason for sticking at it for so long and still wanting to pursue more goals with it. So there's just so many aspects of it, and so much of it's out of your control that it's pretty unpredictable. But when you have that one awesome ride where everything goes perfectly and it slows down with the bronc and you're in perfect timing, it's what it's all about. So that's why I do it. That's why I'm passionate about it, and I haven't found a replacement for it. I don't think I'll ever really find a replacement for it, but I can still do it, so why not keep doing it?
There you go. Why not? So I'll tell you what, before we get out of here, the folks want to find you out there on the interweb net. What's the best place to direct them to go?
My fan page. So it's Kaila Mussell. I think it's just athlete on there. So that's my fan page. You can just like me on that. I've also on Instagram. It's under my name as well. And then I'm also on Twitter. So all of them are under my names. You should be able to find me. And, if you can like my page, follow me or whatnot, that would be much appreciated. I'll usually post my schedule and whatnot so you can see where I'm going to be and where I'm going to be next. So.
All right, we'll do that. We'll put it out there and let the folks know, and we look forward to watching some more of those bronc stomping videos.
All righty, sounds good.
All right.
Well, it was nice to talk to you.
All right, thank you.